Balls. They come in all shapes and sizes. Big, small, round, circular. You can throw them, you can catch them, or if you live in the Pokemon world, you can throw them to catch living creatures. Outside of the standard red and white Pokeball that you always see, there's a metric ton of varieties out there. Some are more effective at doing certain things, and some are just more effective in general. But with so many different types out there, I think it's time that we ask a very serious and important question. Which one looks the coolest? Now, I'm not here to talk about, like, which ones have the best catch rates or anything. You can look that up. It's out there. It's just math. I don't give a single shit about which one works the best. It's the Master Ball. We know this. So today we're going to be taking a look at over 50 different types of Pokeballs to see which ones I think look the best. Forget the stats. Instead, we're going strictly off the vibes. So I think it's only right that we start with the OG here, the Pokeball. Now, this is obviously the original Pokeball. It's good, you know, it's the standard. It's probably the most iconic Pokeball out there. Like, when you think of Pokeballs, that's probably what you think of. And it is a great design. I mean, I've got it stuck on my body for the rest of my life. I do, however, know that there's others on this list that I'm gonna like more than this one, but you can't deny how absolutely iconic it is. It's great, but we can do better. So we're gonna sort of use this as the standard and put it on A tier. Great Ball. Okay, while I do absolutely love the color scheme that these have going for them with the blue base and the red highlights, I've always kind of disliked how the red parts are raised on this. Like, I think if it was purely just a color thing, I would probably put it above the original, but the raised parts just feel so clunky and out of place to me, so I'm going to put this one on B tier. Ultra Ball. Now, these guys are slick. Black and yellow is just always a good combination. Just ask Barry B. Benson.
Ooh, black and yellow. Yeah, let's shake it up a little.
And I honestly love like the actual design going on this too. Fun fact, I always thought it was supposed to be a U, you know, for Ultra. But if you look at it from above, it's actually an H that stands for Hyperball, which is the original translation of this. Either way though, these look sick as hell. This is going on S tier. Master Ball. Now this might be where I lose some of you. Master Balls look kinda dumb. I understand that it's the most powerful Pokeball, but that's not what we're discussing here. These look stupid. I really like purple. Honestly, it's one of my favorite colors, but just those two little like pink bumps on the side just throw me off so much on this one. I think it looks like underwear. Like, tell me that's not underwear with butt cheeks poking out. It's not my least favorite design, like I can deal with it. I've just always thought that the best ball should probably look a little bit cooler, and this one doesn't. I'm going C tier. Premier Ball. Now, I don't hate this design. I just think it feels pretty plain. Just the all white with the red line going through the middle. It just kind of looks like somebody forgot to paint the top half of a Pokeball. Like, if I'm shopping for Pokeballs and I buy 10 regular ones and get one of these handed to me, I'm going to assume that they're just trying to get rid of defected Pokeballs. This is going on C tier. Safari Ball. Look at me. Do I strike you as a camo guy? Because I can assure you, I am not. I do understand that it's made this way since you're basically like hunting Pokemon in the Safari Zone, and so you gotta kind of blend in. But if I saw somebody carrying around 6 of these, I'm just gonna feel the same way about them as I do as people that wear camo in public. Like, who are you trying to hide from, bud? We're in the deli section at Walmart. I don't think I like this one at all. That's just my personal preference, but I'm going D tier for it. Park Ball. Introduced in Scarlet and Violet, it's kind of similar to the Safari Ball in that you can only use this in the Pal Park, but I think these things look great. I love the fact that it's basically a regular Pokeball but with an updated color scheme, and I think the colors just look really good together. It does kind of suck that you can't actually keep Pokemon in this because best believe I would be rocking 6 of these at a time. They're simple, but they look fantastic. I'm going to put these on A tier. Sport Ball. These are the balls used in the bug catching contest in the Johto games. There's technically 2 different iterations, like one with an S on it and then one with like a Pokeball symbol on it. But I pretty much feel the same way about both of them. I think they're both really simple designs that don't really add a whole lot to it. I'd probably go C tier. Alright, let's talk about the balls made out of fruit. Is an Apricorn a fruit? Hey Google, is an Apricorn a fruit?
Please leave me alone.
Sorry, my bad. Fastball. Made from a white apricorn, the fastball is designed to catch Pokemon that are quick to flee or run away. It's another pretty simple design, almost looking like a regular Pokeball, but this time it's got a lightning bolt on top of it, which as we all know is what makes it fast. If that was all there was to this, I'd probably find it pretty boring and rank it kind of low. But honestly, those yellow spots on the side really add a whole lot to this one. I think it really helps this one stand out and sort of makes that lightning bolt on top pop out. I like this one. It's not really like overdoing it or anything, but it still distinguishes itself from the rest at the same time. I think I'd go B tier. Level Ball. This one is created using a red Apricorn, and it's used to catch Pokemon that are at a lower level than the player's own. I never really understood the point of this one, like, just use a regular Pokeball at that point. You'll probably get it. I like that this one kind of went out there a bit with its design. I'm not 100% sure on this, but it feels like that red arrow looking thing is supposed to be like a downwards pointing arrow, to signify the lower levels. And once again, I also love the black and yellow color scheme. It just always works well together.
Yeah, let's shake it up a little.
I think this one's pretty good. It's not like crazy looking or anything, but still pretty different from all the rest. I'd probably put this one on A tier. Lure Ball. Made from blue apricorns and used to catch Pokemon that were encountered while fishing. Gotta say, honestly, this has always been one of my favorites, to the point where in Gen 2 games, I would stock up on these and just try to catch my whole team with them, even if it wasn't a fishing encounter or even a water Pokemon. Like, can you imagine you're battling somebody and they throw out a lure ball and out comes like a Magmar or something? It's gonna fuck you up a little bit. Maybe it has to do with the fact that I always associated Totodile with this, thanks to the series, and he was like my favorite Pokemon growing up. So I don't know. That could be it, but this one just has a special place in my heart, so I'm going to go S tier. Heavy Ball. Made from black apricorns and used to catch, you guessed it, heavy Pokemon. I think I'm just really not a fan of when the balls have something like protruding out of them, because I absolutely hate the little bubbles coming out of this. Like, I just think it would look so much better if they were just like colored circles on the actual shell. I think they just look kind of dumb. I don't hate this ball, but I probably wouldn't use it, so I'd go C tier. Love Ball. Made from pink apricorns and used to catch Pokemon of the opposite gender of yours. It's cute, It's pink, it's got a little heart on it. Not exactly my cup of tea, but I can totally see why somebody would like this one a lot. Like, if I saw some trainer out there using 6 of these, I'd be like, aw, not my personal taste, but I understand this one. I'd probably put this one on B tier. Friend Ball. So many apricorns. Green apricorn. Makes the Pokemon friendlier. I actually think this design's pretty cool and unique. I don't exactly know what like the red teardrop shaped parts and like the yellow circle in the middle is supposed to represent, but it looks cool. This isn't quite like an S tier for me, but I do really like this one, so I'm going to go A tier. Moonball. Yellow apricorn. Used to catch Pokemon that evolve with a moonstone. This looks sick as hell. Like, whoever designed this one absolutely cooked. They could have just done like a black top with the yellow crescent moon on top and it would have looked great. But then splitting it up with that zigzag and the blue on the other side, it just takes it to the next level, and I think this one just looks amazing. These are some great looking balls. Surprised it took me that long to say that. Anyways, fantastic design. I love this one. S tier. Netball. Have you ever wanted a Pokeball that works well on water and bug types, but also gives the impression that it likes to be choked? I get it, it's supposed to be a net, maybe my mind is just in the gutter, but this looks like it should be called like the BDSM ball. It looks good, but I feel like if I throw this one, it's going to tell me to do it harder, and I just don't know if I have that in me. I'm probably going to put it on C tier. Dive Ball. You take one look at this Pokeball and you know instantly that it's supposed to be for water Pokemon. The design here is honestly just perfect for a ball like this. I think all the different blue highlights just look really great, and it instantly gives the impression that this is meant for water Pokemon. I think these things look pretty sick. I'm gonna go A tier. Nest Ball. This one's used to catch lower level Pokemon, sort of like the level ball. But design wise, I think this one's alright. Like, it's pretty much got the same camo color scheme as the Safari Ball, but less dorky since it's not actually camo. Probably a B tier for this one. Repeat Ball. Repeat Ball. I think this one's pretty cool looking, and I think that the design actually really helps capture what this one's meant for. This Pokeball is meant for catching Pokemon that you've already caught, hence repeating. But then the fact that the pattern on the Pokeball just repeats itself, honestly, really cool idea. And altogether, I think this one just looks pretty damn good. I'm going to put it on A tier. Timer Ball. This one is used for longer encounters and being more successful the longer that the match goes on. Gotta say though, not a huge fan of this one. The little like mohawk thing on the top does kind of remind me of like an egg timer, so maybe that's what they were going for here. But I have to say, every time I look at this one, all I can think about is a robot chicken. Not the TV show, but like, you see what I mean, right? Like, that is a cybernetic chicken. That could just be my own personal issue. I don't know. Outside of that, though, it does look pretty cool and it's very unique. So I'm probably going to put it on B tier. Luxury ball. Bougie as hell. If I saw somebody rocking a bunch of these, I'd be like, fuck this guy. I feel like this is sort of like the supreme of Pokeballs. Like, you just know the rich kids are lining up outside the Pokemarts at 6 a.m. just waiting to get their grubby little hands on these. I can't say that they don't look cool, though. Maybe I'm just jealous. A very reluctant A tier. Dusk Ball. While these are definitely unique and I do like the color scheme, I feel like the design is just a little bit clunky. Like, I can't quite put my finger on it, but something about this one I've just never really been a big fan of. I don't hate it, but I'm definitely not a big fan of it, so I'm going to put this one on B tier. Heal Ball. This one is used to bring a newly caught Pokemon to full health, but design-wise, I never really understood what they were going for here. Like, a lot of these are supposed to be like plays on what the Pokeball does. What is this? It's pink. It's got some lighter pink lines in it. Is it supposed to be like Nurse Joy colored? I don't know. These ones always just struck me as kind of strange. I'm going to go C tier. Quick Ball. Quick answer. These things look fucking awesome. S tier. Cherish Ball. This might be like the oddest shaped Pokeball, because instead of having anything protruding out of it, the sides of it are just like indented instead. It does look a little bit like an apple that somebody started gnawing on, but it also looks pretty damn cool. I absolutely love the red and black color scheme it's got going on. I think this one just looks pretty sleek. I think I might like it more without those indents, but I can get over it. Going A tier. Dream Ball. Up until Gen 8, these were only usable in the Dream World. The colors and the patterns on this one are meant to represent a Musharna, with the pinks and the purples going on. I think it looks pretty decent, though. Not a huge fan of it, but it's alright. So I'm going to put this one on B tier. Beast Ball. I'm going to be honest, at first, I really didn't like these for some reason. Like, I felt like maybe they were just trying too hard to be like, whoa, look at this cool new Pokeball. But damn if it's not a cool new Pokeball. The futuristic cyber-looking design just looks really fucking cool. And while I've stated I'm not really a big fan of things like coming out of the Pokeballs, this one kind of gets a pass. It just looks too cool to care about that. Not an S tier for me personally, but I do think this one's really sweet looking. So I'm going to go A tier. Alright, let's take it back in time a little bit here. The Hisuian Pokeball. This is a prototype Pokeball that appears in the Legends Arceus game. It sort of looks like a standard Pokeball, but instead it's got like a wood finish to it. It also has like a little latch on the front to keep it closed, and then like a vent on top for steam to poke out of and fireworks when you catch a Pokemon. I think the novelty of this one is pretty cool, but honestly, I don't think I like it as much as the original design, so I'm going to put this one on B tier. Hisuian Great Ball. Now this one, I actually do like more than the original Great Ball. I just, like I said, much prefer if it was just like a color scheme going on, and the red paint streaks here just look so damn cool compared to like the little ridges on the original one. It's still got the same features as the Hisuian Pokeball, but the color scheme on this one just looks so damn good. A tier. Hisuian Ultra Ball. This one looks like you'd expect for the most part. It's the Hisuian style ball, but with the colors of an Ultra Ball. However, I do like that this has like some little designs going on in the yellow parts. I think it really sets this one apart from the other one, but I don't like it quite as much as the original. It's just not as sleek. So I'm going to put this one on A tier. Feather Ball. This looks great. I really like the color scheme going on here, and the fact that it's got two little like wings on the side of it. I think this one's good. I don't think it's great, but I think it's good. So I'm going to put this one on B tier. Wing Ball. Pretty similar to the Feather Ball, but instead with the colors flipped this time and a little like crest in the middle. But damn, just flipping those colors makes this one look so like distinguished. Like, this is a Pokeball that you call Sir. I'm going to throw this one on A tier. Jet Ball. Even more distinguished, this one is just dapper as hell. Instead of the two like F-shaped wings, you get some fully realized wings on this bad boy, and it honestly just makes this one look great. I'm putting this one on S tier. Hisuian Heavy Ball. Lumpy. I think I hate this one. I'm fine with the all black, like, go off Goth Queen, but those damn lumps just make me really dislike this one. Honestly, this is probably going on D tier. Leaden Ball. Just as lumpy, pretty much the same thing, but now we've got like a little symbol on it, but I still feel the exact same way about this. D tier. Gigaton Ball. Same number of lumps, same problems, more symbols, doesn't help. D tier. Origin Ball. Now this is a Master Ball. This thing looks sick as hell. The all red coloring and the glossy, almost ruby looking finish to it just makes this one look so damn cool. Not to mention the shape of this one, where instead of it being like perfectly round and circular, it's sort of like rigid, like somebody cut this out of a gem. This one's just really set apart from all the others on the list, and it's going on S tier. GS Ball. Now, there are two distinct GS balls. There's the one from the game and the one from the anime. And outside of the color scheme that they have going on, they look pretty different, so we're going to rank these ones separately. The original from the games, while I do like it, it does look kind of sloppy. I get that they put like the G on the gold part and the S on the silver part, but the way that they did it just kind of looks a little dumb. I'd probably put this on B tier. The one from the series, though, sleek. They kept it simple, but it looks fucking great. I honestly really love this design, and it's one of my favorite Pokeballs. So I'm going to put this one on S tier. Pester Ball. Now, I almost didn't include this one on the list because it's not technically a Pokeball. Instead, it's an object that you can throw in the Pokemon Snap games to sort of sedate a Pokemon and make it easier to take a picture of it. But growing up with this game, it's just too iconic not to include it on the list. The colors are good, but what I really like about this one is how it's sort of like split into 3 parts instead of the usual 2 that you get from Pokeballs. It does kind of make it look like the Chrome symbol, but it still looks pretty damn cool. I'm gonna go A tier. Typing Ball. Another ball from a spin-off game. This one comes from Learn with Pokemon Typing Adventure. It has the same effect as a standard ball, but they just felt like they wanted to be different and make a new one for this game, I guess. So instead of red, it's like a light blue, and then it's got this little black line going down the bottom of it. I think this one's decent. I'm gonna go B tier. Unite Ball. I've played Pokemon Unite like once in my life. Couldn't really get into it. I think this ball's alright. I really like the color scheme it has going on for it, but the design's just a little weird. So I'm going to put this one in B tier as well. And that's going to do it for all the Pokeballs in-game, but we still have quite a bit from the show and movies to check out. James's Gold Ball. This is a solid gold Pokeball that James ends up buying on the SS Anne that turns out to only hold a Magikarp in it. Now, contents of the Pokeball aside, I think this one looks pretty sweet. I mean, it's a solid gold Pokeball. That looks cool as hell. And yeah, I know it turns out to just be gold-plated, but still looks the same. I'm going to go A tier. PIA Ball. These balls are used in the show as pretty much badges for the Pokemon Inspection Agency, which is kind of like the health department, but for Pokemon gyms. The agents are usually Nurse Joys in disguise, hence why the Pokeballs sort of look like a Chansey. And I hope I don't lose my chance at running my own gym someday because of this, but I'm not big on this one. I think it looks kind of dumb. I'm going to go C tier. Ancient Ball. Appearing in Pokemon Horizons, this is an Ancient Ball. This thing looks pretty awesome, though. It's got a really elegant design to it, almost looking like a chandelier. It's sleek, but it looks strong. I'm going to go A tier. Lake Ball. Maybe I'm just a sucker for blues and teals, but damn, this thing looks cool. This one appears in the episode Hook, Line, and Sinker, where they compete in the Sea King catching competition, but the blue and the teal and the yellow going around the top, I love this one. I think it looks fantastic. This is going on S tier. Fishing Ball. It's got a fish on it. That's about it. D tier. Diamond Encrusted Ball. Seen in the episode Go West Young Meowth, this is of course a Pokeball encrusted in diamonds. And that's just a bit too much for me. Like, who do you think you are? Get the fuck out of here. C tier. Team Rocket Balls. These are balls that are of course used by members of Team Rocket. Now, there is the original style, which is just like the black ball with the red R on it, but we're going to go with the updated ones instead because they look a lot cooler. I really like the purple that they've got going on, and those like little divots kind of look like fangs, which make this one just a lot more sinister. I'm going to go B tier. Next, we've got quite a few that show up in the Pokemon Horizon series, starting with Rocket Ball. Not to be confused with the previous ball, this is a ball that is actually made to be like a rocket. And even though I'm usually not a fan of things poking out of these, I think this one looks pretty cool. So I'm going to go B tier. Boomerang Ball. This one looks significantly less cool. It's just kind of a Pokeball with like a boomerang shoved in the middle of it. And I'm not really a fan of the colors of this one either. So I'm going to go C tier. Bomb Bomb Ball. Yeah, this is probably the least useful Pokeball in all of existence. Like, it just explodes.
They're bombs. Oh.
But it looks pretty cool. B tier. Chase Ball. Now, this one's meant to sort of run around when you throw it and catch whatever Pokemon it finds, you know, so it's got little wheels and like an antenna. And honestly, it's adorable as hell. BB-8 looking ass Pokeball. I think I just want like 10 of these running around my house at all times trying to catch my cat. A tier. Karna's ball. Now that's a pretty ball right there. It's sleek and simple and elegant all at the same time, almost looking like a Fabergé egg or something. I'm going to put this on A tier. Orla's ball. Very similar to the previous ball, but with just a bit more going on to it. Like it's got some blue diamonds like shoved into it and a bit more of design going on. But I think compared to the original one, this one just looks a bit more crowded. With all the extra stuff going on, I just don't think it looks quite as sleek as the other one. So I'm going to put this one on B tier. Gibeon's ball. This one's used by one of the antagonists of the show, and honestly, it looks pretty antagonistic. It's almost got like a mechanical yet ancient feel to it, with a really gray and black color scheme going on. Like this looks like something either made in a garage or made in like the 1800s. I don't love this one, but I think it's alright. I'm gonna go B tier. And to round things out here, let's take a look at some Pokeballs that have only shown up in the movies. First up, Catchrace Ball. Featured in the catch race competition as seen in the Power of Us movie, these are special balls given out for the competitors to use. I like the color scheme of this one, but I can't help but think that it kind of looks just like an angry eye, and it's not the only one on this list that does. I don't love it. It's alright. Probably a B tier. Oh, I'm running out of steam. Too many balls. I repeat, too many balls. Molly's Crystal Ball. As seen in the absolute classic Pokemon 3 the movie, which I watched so damn much as a kid that I actually burnt out the VHS that I had it on, and then I cried. Anyways, so maybe it's just my nostalgia talking, but damn I love this one. It's literally just a crystal colored Pokeball, but I've always thought these things looked amazing and I love it. S tier. Dark Ball. Appearing in Pokemon Forever and used by the antagonist, the Iron Masked Marauder, which is a dumb fucking name. This thing's pretty sick looking, not gonna lie. Like, it's a pretty evil ball. This is probably like the worst one on the list, just morally. Any Pokemon that it catches are gonna like turn evil and dark and basically lose their free will. But it looks cool. It's a pretty simple design for the most part, but it's definitely pretty unique with the sort of ridge pattern going vertical instead of horizontally like most other Pokeballs do. I have to put this one on A tier. Sorry, Celebi. Sammy's Proto Ball. Another one from Pokemon Forever. When one of the main characters, Sammy, gets transported to the future, he brings along his Pokeballs with them. Instead of the usual Pokeball that we tend to see in the show, this is like a prototype to that, basically. It's got almost like no design to it, really. Just like a metal canister with like a nozzle on top that he uses to unscrew to let out his Pokemon. It is really cool to see, like, especially when you first watch this movie as a kid, because it's the first time we ever got like a ancient old Pokeball. So like this one is pretty neat, but design wise it doesn't really have a lot going for it. So I'm going to put this one on C tier. And last up we have Mewtwo's Clone Ball. Created by Mewtwo in Pokemon the first movie, these creepy little fuckers are used to catch Pokemon and make clones of them. I gotta tell you though, these eyeball looking monstrosities actually gave me nightmares as a kid. I will admit, now that I'm older and I'm over it, for the most part, these look pretty cool. Like, it's super intimidating, but that's what it's supposed to be, you know? It's a floating eyeball that chases Pokemon around trying to catch them. If this thing was chasing me around, I'd be shitting and crying. But they do look pretty cool, so I'm gonna go B tier. And there you have it, my ranking of a bunch of different Pokeball designs and only minimal ball jokes. Honestly, that's impressive in itself. Which one of these are your favorite? And if I missed any, let me know in the comments down below. Thanks for watching.